What's up, everybody? Happy game day. Welcome into another edition of Before the Sandstorm. We are back in better than ever. Is this the first episode of season 2, Wes?
Yeah, technically, officially, yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2 is here.
We'll do like the first episode and then episode 2 won't come until August or September. So we'll have a little bit of time in between, but we're excited to be back here previewing tonight's spring game, the Garnet and Black spring game at Williams-Brice Stadium at 7 p.m. It's going to be an awesome time. Wes, got to kick things off today. We're back. We're here for a new season. Asking you who you are most excited to see besides Spencer Rattler in tonight's spring game.
Yeah, I love how we always have to go besides Spencer Rattler. I am very intrigued to see Spencer Rattler throw the football out there, and I know all the fans are. So we'll get that part out of the way. Give me Antoine Wells. Lots of, I don't want to say hype. I feel like hype is I don't like the word hype anymore because hype comes with the word, like it comes with the thought like maybe it's not real, like maybe it's just hype. So I'm gonna eliminate hype, but I'm intrigued to watch Antoine Wells. For those who are new, he will be number 3 on offense and a guy that has had a really good spring. I think that you look at the weapons on this offense, Kendall, continuously getting better. Obviously, I'd assume there's no Jaheim Bell, for the game. Stogner's not on campus yet. Corey Rucker's not on campus yet. There's still going to be an mix of guys. But as far as the newcomers who are on campus right now, who have gone through spring, Antoine Wells has had a really nice 14 practices. I think it would be really big if he could cap that off with a good day or a good night, I should say, with this 7 p.m. kickoff.
So there are a lot of events happening today for South Carolina. The baseball team playing Ole Miss this afternoon. There's a few other athletic events going on. And then at 5 p.m., Patrick Davis, who we know and love over here at Gamecock Central, is having a concert at Gamecock Park. 6 p.m., there's a little alumni flag football action happening at Williams-Brice. And then 7 is the actual spring game, followed by fireworks. In this spring game, it's going to be a little bit different from last year, Wes. So not only the events surrounding the day, but also the game itself. It'll be a more traditional style game. So how important do you think that is for the fan base to be able to see something more traditional like that versus last year where they were seeing a lot more drills towards the back half of the spring game / practice, I guess we could say?
Yeah, I don't think fans get all that excited about drills unless you're a former coach, or a football nerd like me. You don't. I don't think people get excited about that because there's no winner and loser necessarily. That's obvious. So, our feedback when we were talking about this earlier in the week before we knew what the format was going to be, fans were chiming in. They were saying, "Hey, I hope it's a real game." And it only makes sense, Kendall. This entire program, I feel like, has been based around, to an extent, competitiveness and competing.
Yeah.
And having a winner and having a loser. So it was a little bit of a, letdown last year when you couldn't kind of finish the spring with an actual winner and loser. So I think it makes a lot of sense. And we already have seen the little teaser that they put out on Twitter. The guys are kind of talking a little bit of trash to each other. Like, they're, how it is. Those are their teammates. Those are their brothers. Like, but when the game's over, everybody can shake hands and be friends again. But while you're competing, everybody wants to win. So I think that'll be good for the game. It'll be good for the fans. And I will say this, bonus, I have Ryan Brewer as my alumni flag football pick for MVP.
Well, I don't know where that came from, but thank you so much for that information.
Just mark that down, Kendall.
Just mark it down. Ryan Brewer in as your MVP. Okay, talking about Spencer Rattler, because we've got to get into this. I mean, he is probably the biggest storyline of tomorrow's game. What do you think, Wes, makes a good day for Spencer Rattler tomorrow? What will be successful in terms of not just his expectations, but the fans' expectations?
Yeah, good question. I will say the boring answer first is just that South Carolina, from just a technical standpoint, logistical standpoint, gets in and out of their plays without, false starts, without guys looking like they don't know how to get lined up, without guys sort of having issues pre-snap. I think that's something we all just look past until you watch a game and you see guys not be able to do it, and then everybody's saying, well, why are there so many issues? Why are there so many penalties? So I think for somebody who's going from a no huddle offense, shotgun based offense, fast paced offense, to a traditional pro style huddle, under center offense, that's been a big focus for him this entire spring. So just seeing him do that in front of the fans with a crowd, I think that's actually kind of important. But let's be honest, the fans want to see our boy go air this thing out, right? Like they want to see some fireworks. And so I think for Rattler, he's probably going to try to give them a show. Going to cut down on turnovers, of course. But here's the thing: if you're going to try to make plays, you're going to try to make some throws. Sometimes turnovers happen. That's just part of it. If he throws an interception, it's not the world. There was all this discussion about how he had an interception in one of the scrimmages and stuff. And I'm like, guys, if you're going to go out there and try to make plays, you're going to have to put the ball in a little bit more danger than if you're just going out there and being super conservative. So I think, me personally, I think the fans, we want to see the ball thrown down the field. We want to see these receivers have a chance. And let's turn this thing loose. I mean, it's a spring game. That's what everybody came to see, right?
What position group, Wes, do you think needs to show out the most tomorrow to give the fans some hope heading into this summer and get them excited for the upcoming fall?
Fair or unfair, it's the offensive line. And, I think the fact they're going to be kind of split, it's going to be hard to get much of a read on them because that's such a unit that puts an emphasis on continuity and, being very comfortable with the guy to your left and the guy to your right. And so I think this split hurts that sort of gelling process a little bit for this game. So I don't know how fair it'll be, but O-line and fan expectation, it's not always fair. So it is what it is. You don't want to see these quarterbacks taking too many sacks. You don't want to see too many negative plays because of what these fans saw last year. It's not going to be, oh, Jordan Birch made a great play, or, oh, Jordan Strong made a great play. It's going to be, what's going on with the O-line again? So I think important for them to at least have a solid day, right, and have something to build off of, because the fans that really pay attention, they're going, wow, there's a new quarterback in town. Receivers look a lot better. Got a couple of really good running backs, maybe a third really good running back, you would say. What's going to happen with the O-line? That will be the question that everyone asked all the way into the beginning of the season.
Also a big day for recruiting tomorrow as well. We talked about it yesterday on our recruiting rundown show, so be sure to go check that out over on GamecockCentral.com and on our YouTube page. Wes, I wish that I could ask you for a final score prediction, but I can't really do that this time on Before the Sandstorm. So I guess I'll just leave it with your message as to why you think fans should come out tonight if they're a little bit on the fence in terms of coming to the spring game.
Yeah, I mean, you get what, 7 tailgates during the regular season most years for home games. We talk about all this stuff. We analyze it with our friends. We talk about it at the water cooler. I mean, why pass up an opportunity? The game is free. The concert is free. If you're a student, apparently Sean Kingston's got a concert going as well. Like there's something for everyone. Come on out. You can go to the baseball game as well. Although that might not be quite as fun. It's the Will Sanders game, though. So
yeah,
anytime it's the Will Sanders game, the Cocks have a chance to win. So, go check that out. You can do a 5K if you really want to go hurt yourself before the game. So
I feel like
there's
that's
all kinds of
like
stuff
a
going on.
5K on Thanksgiving. That is unacceptable behavior. Doing a 5K on Thanksgiving, I am very anti doing 5Ks on Thanksgiving, and I feel like this is the same energy. Doing a 5K on game day, like, more power to you if you can do that. That is awesome. I'm running a 5K next week. Just so cool and so great if you're doing that, but I would not want to get up so early on game day knowing that it's a 7 p.m. kick and I'm going to go out and tailgate that day and have a ton of fun. I mean, I do see the part of it where it's like, I can burn off some calories before I go eat and drink all day, but I think it kind of gives the same energy as 5Ks on Thanksgiving.
It does. And here's the thing, 3.1 miles, you're really not going to burn that many. Like, it's more of a mental thing, I feel like, oh, yeah, I burned all these you didn't really burn that many calories running that amount. What's your time going to be, Kendall? We put these players to the test all the time. What is your 5K time going to be?
Oh, my gosh. I'm hoping to keep around like an 8-minute mile. That's the goal.
Okay,
I haven't ran a
respectable.
5K in a while. It's been a long time. And I used to run like a around 7-minute mile when I used to run a lot, but I haven't really ran one in a long time. So I'm hoping that this one I can maybe stay around 8 minutes or so. I'm training for a half marathon. So we'll see how it goes. This is kind of like, we're gonna do some 5Ks, keep training some 10Ks, and then from there move up to the half marathon, which should be at the end of the fall.
Okay, so will you get, let's add a little bit on. Do you think you'll get under 26 minutes? Will you get in the 25s? Because you're 3.1 miles. That point
Yeah.
1 matters. So
I don't know. I really don't know if I will or if I won't.
I think that's your goal. 26.
Yeah.
Under 26 is your
Yeah.
goal. We've
Yeah.
said it.
Okay, perfect.
Let us know.
I'm sure everyone is so happy they just got to hear about my mile times for this 5K. But Wes, thanks for joining me on another edition of Before the Sandstorm. It's great to be back. I'm going to miss it up until September, but we've got plenty more content coming out on GamecockCentral.com. So be sure to check it out, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all of our social medias. And if you're going to the game tonight, be safe, have a ton of fun, and be sure to interact with us on the message boards on social media and let us know what you're thinking. So we'll see you tonight. I won't be there. Wes will. So if you see him, be sure to bother him, ask him for a picture, and ask for his autograph because it's worth lots and lots of money. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.